It had a headache. Did it go down at all?
Yeah. I gave it 6 in the beginning, and now 1 or 2.
1 or 2. Okay. And your backache?
No backache.
No backache. How much was it? How much was it in the beginning?
I felt that my fear was something funny.
Hmm?
No meaning.
Okay. So that backache had something to do with some fear? You felt that the backache was related to some fear?
I worked with the issue I wrote.
Okay.
Now
Okay, this is very important. So you worked with the issue and the backache went away also. This happens very often. Yeah. Yeah. So when we correct the energy, the emotional aspect, the physical aspect also is corrected. This happens quite frequently. Yeah. Yes?
In which circumstances can this rise? The intensity?
When we have suppressed something for a long time and we begin tapping, this can, the change in the energy situation can let this suppressed emotion come to the surface. But it's not frequent. And if it does happen and we continue tapping, usually within 10 to 15 minutes, it will disappear. So we should continue tapping if that happens. Okay, any other questions?
If it's something chronic, it may take more than 3 times
It depends.
doing, right?
It depends on the cause. If the cause is a traumatic event, it may not take a number of times. If the cause is something that had a number of experiences, for example, a number of roots, we would say, then it may take a longer time. It depends. You never know, and you just do it. You just keep working on it until you're able to remove it.
So we shouldn't be discouraged.
No, not at all. What was the emotion that didn't pass for you now?
You say restless in English?
Restlessness.
Yeah. Huzursuz.
Restless.
Restlessness, sadness, restlessness.
Restlessness about what, though? What is the specific?
A health problem.
Okay.
Because of that.
Your anxiety about a health
It's
problem.
not anxiety. I don't feel anxious. I'm quite relaxed. On the contrary, it's just the symptom is making me itchy, restless.
Okay. Okay.
So
So this is one of the
work on
symptoms.
that.
Okay, your restlessness,
Yes.
nervousness.
It's not nervous. It's just making me uncomfortable. I don't like the feeling of it. Maybe
Okay.
I wasn't specific about the.
Maybe. What is the feeling?
I feel uncomfortable. That's
Okay.
what I feel. I feel uncomfortable.
And there's no stimulus for the feeling uncomfortable. It's without any kind of specific
No.
thought.
There's a reason. There's
Okay.
a reason.
Okay, then
because of that reason, I feel uncomfortable.
Okay. So maybe you could work on that reason more specifically. You know,
When you say think about the problem, I thought about the
the symptom.
reason and the feeling, both at
You
the same
did?
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're doing it right.
But this has been going on for a while, at least for about like 10 years, so maybe it'll take longer. Maybe. Because it just didn't work.
Well, why don't you talk to me about that later
Okay.
or tomorrow morning before we start. Maybe I can do it on you. Okay. We can also perform EFT on someone else. I can show you that now if you like, in which we would do the tapping, and we can even suggest the phraseology. But that would be moving towards what we call EFT with choices. What does that mean? Basic EFT is just working on the negative emotion or the negative physical situation and the stimulus. EFT with choices goes something like this. Even though I've been feeling this way until now in relationship to this, I now choose to remember the following. And then we introduce a positive belief. This introduction of the positive belief, and we start installing this belief, okay, allows the person now to see this from a different point of view. We don't do this in the beginning for the following reason. It's very easy for someone to take a positive belief and cover a negative one with that. And that's not effective. And this is why a lot of times positive thinking doesn't work, because we're not addressing ourselves at all to what's underneath the surface. So with EFT, we prefer to bring this tension down, remove the negative, before installing the positive perception. But there are times when we can't let go of the negative without a positive alternative. And that's especially when it's a problem of psychological reversal. For example, if someone doesn't want to let go of their anger, we could say, even though I have been angry about this until now, I choose now to protect myself with assertiveness and love. So I'm giving myself an alternative thing now. I don't have to be angry, I can be assertive. And assertive doesn't mean angry, it just means, okay, I know what I want, and I'm asking for it, and I'm determined to get it. You understand what I mean? So we give the mind the possibility of, okay, there's another solution here. And then the mind says, okay, I'll let go of the anger. Since I can assert myself in a loving way, and I don't need to be angry, there's another solution here, and we can do that. Okay?
When it's something, a health issue, what is the wording that you use? Do you say, for instance, despite the fact that I'm paralyzed, I respect and love myself, etc. Mm-hmm. Is it the wording you use? Or
yeah. And even though I have this difficulty in moving, and you say the specific part of the body, my arm or my leg, I love and accept myself, and I choose to have total movement in this part of the body. Now, but then you would go on and you would work with the emotions that may be affecting it, and then the other organic problems that may be contributing to that. For example, you could have an allergy or a skin problem, but that skin problem is coming from the endocrine system. So you'd have to work on the emotions, on the endocrine system, and then the result is the skin problem. Okay, so I describe that in the book, how to work on health issues. Okay, I feel that maybe you've come to a certain point where you can't take any more information. Maybe we should take a break, huh? And then continue. Okay, okay. So, because I could go on for 2 days. Let's have our break, and then in 10 minutes we will continue. Okay, get your coffee, get your drugs going. Was to give you a general outlook, EFT and other techniques, but I can change that, and we can work more deeply with EFT if you choose, and not do the other techniques. So that depends on you. What are the other techniques? Maybe I should tell you that first, okay? One technique is called TAT, and it's for forgiveness. It's a very beautiful method for forgiving others and forgiving ourselves. And it's a deep process. It's got 7 stages. So this is also very useful. Another technique is called the Sadhana method, which is about letting go of emotions also. And another is the Ho'oponopono, which from your hands, I think some of you are aware of Ho'oponopono, also a very valuable method. And then there's the BSFF. It's an offshoot of EFT for working with more complicated relationships. For when you have a relationship with someone and you have fear and anger and hurt and guilt all together, where you have multiple emotions, okay? And another aspect is the process of manifestation, how to manifest goals. So this is just some of the things that I had the idea of touching on lightly, and then coming back And that's why I gave you the sheet for noting what you'd be interested in and going more deeply according to what your interest is. But I'm flexible and I can do whatever you want. So we could work for the rest of the day on EFT. Or we can begin to work on other things. But actually I'm not finished with EFT because I want to explain EFT with choices, and also I want to show you what we call the with EFT with donated benefits, with borrowed benefits. It's a process where you can do group EFT. Okay? So you think about this, and actually the choice will be for tomorrow. Okay? We're going to work a little more on EFT now. And if you want to go more deeply in that, for example, I would put you in pairs. I would have one person guide the other person in doing it. I would show you how to do it on the other person, you tapping on the other person, and this kind of thing. And then we will talk about, okay, how do we do illnesses? How do we do relationship problems? And that kind of stuff. So that's one choice, to make it an EFT seminar. And the other choice is investigating these other modalities, and when I come back, going more deeply each time into one or two of those. Okay? So think about that, and then we'll decide. Now, let's do one more round of EFT, and I'm not going to guide you. Okay? And I want to see how much you remember. And I'm going to walk around and correct you if I see that you're not tapping correctly. So try to remember the process. Let me just remind you, okay? It's the removal of psychological reversal. Even though I feel this way, I love and accept myself, and then I choose to be free. Okay? Then 3 sets of tapping: top of the head, eyebrows, temples, cheeks, lips, under the armpits, collarbone, side of the hand. 3 times. And each time we're tapping, we're focusing on the issue. And after we do that 3 times, the balancing process of looking down to the right, to the left. And when we look down, we don't look the head down. The head should be straight, okay? Head is straight, eyes go down. It's the movement of the eyes, okay? And then the humming and the counting, okay? Any questions before I allow you now to do it by yourselves? Okay, then to do that then. I'll stop. You can close this now. Between the emotions and the body. I mean, it's just, the body is nothing more than a projection of the mind. Okay? The body is a creation of the mind. Okay? So, as you work on these things, you'll see the body clearing up. You heard so many results here. And there are so many results on the internet that you can read about. Okay? Any questions? How many of you feel a significant change? Raise your hands. Significant change.
I feel no tiredness
Oh,
anymore.
good. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And you can do it just for energy also.
Yes.
When you're feeling tired, just do it for the energy thing. It goes away.
Is it because of the group energy?
Maybe, but it's because you're hitting on these acupressure points and your energy is moving. It's just like someone coming and putting a needle there and there and causing the energy to move. Okay?
About how we feel now, about the issues that was hurting, or let's say emotional charging us, right?
Yes. How you feel now?
Now, so if it decreased, does it mean that it won't increase again? Or
It can mean that it won't increase again, but it's not 100% sure.
if it increases again, we'll do it again.
You do it again. But you may also have to address yourself to these things that I mentioned. Maybe there's a part of yourself that doesn't want to let go, and maybe there's a deeper childhood experience or a different emotion. You have to look at these, what we call aspects. That's all described in the book also.
Here in the picture, we have here also.
No, those are the finger points. Those are the points on the fingers, which we are activating by tapping on the head. Unless your head's not hard enough.
How would you do if we have some resistance?
Okay, we tap on the resistance. For example, if I have a resistance, if I believe that I should have anxiety because with anxiety I'm more productive. Okay?
Very true.
Okay. So I tap, it says, and I start tapping on my anxiety, and my subconscious says, whoa, I'm not letting go of the anxiety because I want to be productive. Okay? So this is where the EFT with choices comes in, where it says, even though until now I have feared letting go of anxiety because I believed I would not be productive, now I choose to be productive peacefully, or I choose to be equally productive in a peaceful manner. Okay, and that I choose to remember that I can be equally productive with peace of mind. Okay, and so we choose. We find a choice, a new belief. Okay, now how does that work? I want you to choose a belief which, if you believe that, you would be free from the negative emotion. Now, I gave you some lists, okay? I gave you a list of logical beliefs, and I gave you a list of spiritual beliefs. But you can choose something not on that list. It doesn't matter. What do you need to believe to be free? But before you look at the list, put the list down. I'm telling you about the list, you look at them later. What do you think?
What was the question?
What do you need to believe to be free from that emotion? It's probably the most important question you can ask yourselves. Yeah, what is, let's choose an emotion. Let's have an example. Would you like to give us an example? No. Who would like to get? Okay. You did an analysis earlier, okay? On that analysis, you wrote down what you feel and what you believe, and you wrote some positive beliefs. Take a look at that, your analysis. You did an analysis.
Can I say something, for instance, as an example?
Yeah, but just a minute. Before we do that, take a look at your example. What belief did you write down that would help you be free? What page is that on? 4. Okay. Take a look at page 4. Here's the paper. Okay. So what did you write there?
Okay, I will say.
Yes.
I said, I'm the only one who will give myself the unconditional love.
Okay.
If I believe this, I'll be happy.
Okay. But don't make you the only one. I love myself unconditionally. Let someone else love you unconditionally too. You don't want anyone to love you unconditionally? You don't believe it.
I want to believe that there is no one.
You want to give up all hope that someone will love you unconditionally. It's a pretty slim thing. I agree with you. You have to be a master of some kind, an enlightened being. But he may exist and you may meet him or her. Okay. So I choose to love myself unconditionally. Okay. But I'm not telling you, you can choose whatever you want. I'm just suggesting that. Okay. I love myself. Okay, that's... And if you loving yourself unconditionally, you're free from that feeling.
Yes.
Okay, which is probably waiting for someone to love you as you would like them to love you, or something like that.
Yeah, to fill the emptiness.
To fill the emptiness. Okay. Okay.
Problem is
To heal the emptiness. Okay.
And the solution.
Solution? I agree 100%.
Basically in love.
It's a very good
To
solution.
have least expectation, most probably.
Yeah, it's a good solution. Okay, another positive belief that you wrote down. What did you write? Huh? I accept myself as I am. Okay.
I accept others as they are.
I accept others as they are. Yeah?
The universe is safe.
Okay, I live in a safe universe. The universe is safe. That's a wonderful belief. Huh? The universe is safe. Okay. Anyone else?
I trust what's happening is okay.
I trust that what is happening is okay. Excellent. Okay. You see, you're very wise. You don't need these papers to look at them. You came to very good conclusions. Okay? So forget about it. Only when you get stuck, look at the papers. Okay? Because you didn't get stuck.
There is no time for doing better.
There's no time better than now, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. There is only the now. Only the now exists. That's another seminar we could do. I do a seminar on Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. And we do exercises to experience that. Another positive belief? Say that?
I have everything that I need.
Very nice. I have everything I need. Okay, good. So you're very wise, all of you. You've found very nice beliefs. Okay, so how does EFT with choices work? Let's see if there's a page which helps you do that. No. So, okay, you're going to have to write it down. Write down, even though, until now, write that phrase. Even though, until now, and then you write, I have felt, even though until now I felt, and you write the emotion there, the emotion you want to work on. And then you write the stimulus, because, and you write the stimulus. Okay, and then you put a comma. I now choose to remember that I love myself unconditionally, that I accept others unconditionally, that life gives me what I need. And you write your truth there. Okay.
I now choose
To remember, and you write there the truth that you want to remember. Okay, let's see if you got that. Betsy, what did you write there? Even though until now. Yeah.
My assumption of
Yeah.
my fears.
Yeah. No, not your fears. Your phrase. Even though until now.
Even though until now I have felt worry and fear because of my daughter's relationship,
I
I
now.
now choose to remember to accept her choice unconditionally.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
after.
Fine. I now choose to trust her inner wisdom.
Yeah. Another way of saying, I don't want to connect my loving myself with this thing.
Yeah.
It is different, loving myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But just accept her
Okay.
unconditionally.
I
her
now
wisdom.
choose to remember to trust her inner wisdom or inner guidance. And even if that means it doesn't turn out well.
Yeah.
Can you believe that that's a proper choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a process that I'm
Yeah.
getting through.
Yeah. You are allowed to have that choice. Why shouldn't she? Everyone has had that choice. Okay. Okay, so another one. Even though until now, this is the EFT with choices. Who wants to share?
Even though till now I felt sad because of my uncertainty,
Okay.
I now choose to remember that I accept myself as I am.
Okay. Whether I deserve acceptance exactly as I am. Okay. Someone else who would like to share their even though until now? Not everybody together. Who would like to speak? Yes.
Even though until now I felt fear and worry because telephones and television would harm the baby,
Mm-hmm.
I now choose to remember that the universe is safe and that everything is safe.
Good. Okay, fine. Good. Okay, so this is how EFT with choices works. We make this new phrase which says, even though until now I have felt this way about this, I now choose to remember this. Now, what you choose to remember can change. As you do the tapping, maybe you think of something better or different, which helps you more. So you're not imprisoned in this one belief, okay? You can, anything you want, you can start coming up. And so what we do that by rubbing here, and we say, even though until now I have felt this way about this, I now choose to remember, and we say, okay? We don't need to do the other side. Why? Because this incorporates both the acceptance of what exists until now and the acceptance of change. And that's always what the reversal is. It's accepting what is and accepting the change of what is. Okay? And then when we do the tapping, what do? At every point that we tap, we repeat our truth.
Repeat our
Truth. So we're not focusing on the issue now, we're repeating our truth. And we're doing an installation. It's like we erased the hard disk, what we did previously, and now we're going to install a new programming on the hard disk.
So it is universal safe, for example. Is it?
I am safe, okay? I accept others as they are. I love myself unconditionally. Whatever your choice is. Now sometimes we write a long phrase for our truth, and we have to find a shorter version of it. Okay, so I trust in my daughter's wisdom. I love myself unconditionally. I love others unconditionally. So you take your truth, you make it small in a few words, and every point you tap, you repeat that phrase. You repeat your truth. Now we do this after diminishing the intensity of the emotion. Okay, this is important. When we get the emotion down to about 3 or 2 or 0, then we do this. Except for the case where there's emotional, where there's the psychological reversal, and we need something to hold on to in order to let go of the previous. Is that may be not too clear yet, but that will become clear. Okay, let me repeat that. Let me repeat that one more time. If you want, focus here. Okay. Usually, in order to use choices, we have to, we do it in one of two situations. The one situation is that we have reduced the tension to 3 or less. Okay? And so we're not covering anything up now, because we don't want to cover anything up. Or we find that there's this resistance that's not going down, and we need an alternative belief to remove the psychological reversal that is there. And you'll have to judge when you need to use that. Okay? And in which case, I'm using this alternative belief to allow my subconscious to relax and let go of this emotion. That it's okay not to feel guilty. It's okay not to feel fear. You know, we feel more secure by feeling fear. Do you realize that? Because when we fear, we think, okay, we're paying attention. And relaxing makes us feel less secure. It's ridiculous, of course, because fearing and feeling secure are total opposites. But a lot of people say, well, I'm afraid to not fear. Because by fearing, I'm paying attention. You understand what I mean? So it's okay not to fear. It's okay not to feel guilty. We don't need the anger. We don't need the pain. I'm equally worthy without my pain. I don't need my pain to be interesting or to be worthy. Okay? So this is a matter of getting rid of the psychological reversal. Any questions? Because we're going to do that now. EFT with choices. Okay? Okay. So sit in your straight position again. Close your eyes. Bring to your mind your issue. And see what you feel. What do you feel now when you bring your issue? It could be a different issue, it's okay. Now bring to your mind and see what you feel and how much you feel. Let. From 0 to 10. Now bring to your mind alternative perceptions. What you could believe here which would free you from that emotion. What are some alternative perceptions here? How differently could you look at this? Now choose one of those perceptions as your choice for EFT with choices. What is the perception that you choose? Okay, now you can rub on the sore spot saying, even though until now I have felt, and say the emotion, because, and say the stimulus, I now choose to remember and repeat your truth. Even though until now I have felt, say the emotion and issue, I now choose to remember. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do the tapping, okay? So at each point that we tap, we're going to tap a little more slowly now, so that you can say your truth at that point. Okay, the top of the head, remember your truth. Now at the eyebrows, remember your truth. Repeat your truth. On the temples, repeat your truth. Let it go into you. Now on the cheekbones, your truth. The lips. Under the arms. Okay. Collarbone. Remember your truth. Repeat your truth. And sides of the hands. Repeat your truth. Okay, top of the head, your truth. Eyebrows, your truth. Temples, your truth. Cheeks, your truth. Lips, under the arms. Okay, collarbone, remember your truth. And sides of the hands. Now, top of the head, repeat your truth. Eyebrows, the truth. Sides of the eyes, the truth. Cheekbones. Lips. Under the arms. Collarbone, the truth. And sides of the hands. Okay, now we're going to do the balancing procedure. Tapping the back of the hand, eyes down to the right, down to the left, a circle with the eyes, circle in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, close your eyes and bring to your mind your issue. And see what you feel when you think about that. And how much you feel it. Now, holding in your mind the stimulus with your eyes closed, bring the truth to your mind. So you have in your mind simultaneously the stimulus and your truth. And you're experiencing your truth while thinking of the stimulus. We're creating a new association. You are experiencing the truth while focusing on the stimulus. Experiencing the truth while focusing on the stimulus. I want you to allow the truth to expand, to become larger, and to dissolve all of the resistance, so that there's only this truth in your mind. There's no second voice. There's just one voice. Okay, you can open your eyes. Okay? And this is what we call EFT with choices. So we start with the phrase, even though until now I have felt this way about this, I now choose to remember this. And at the end, we try to create a new association. And that is, while having in mind the stimulus, being able to experience the truth. How many of you were able to do that? To feel okay? Good. Okay, so you're able to see it differently, in a new way. Okay? And this is what evolution is all about. What we're doing here is not getting free from negative emotions. We could do that with a little bit of hashish or tranquilizers or something else. We're evolving. You understand what I'm saying here? That it's a process of evolution that's taking place. We're allowing our uncomfortable feelings to guide us to the truth. And in this way, every negative emotion becomes the door to the truth. Because in the truth, there are no negative emotions. Okay? I experience negative emotions when I'm not connected with the truth. And whatever truth you believe, it doesn't have to be my truth, your truth. Okay? So this is not, what I'm working on here is not a process of just feeling better. It's a process of feeling better because you're evolving. You're allowing your belief system to change, open up and to change. And this is for me much more important than feeling better. Okay? Any questions about this? You understand it, okay? Now what I'm thinking about doing, I think we will do that. I want you to break up into couples again and to really get it right. And one person to guide the other person in EFT. And the person that's being guided should forget what he knows. And so he follows the other. If the other person starts tapping the back of the head, he'll tap the back of the head. That is, you don't know. The person that's being guided doesn't know. So I want you to practice guiding someone else.
So you mean not to tell to someone else what to do it.
No, you're going to tell them and you're going to show them. You're going to show someone how they will tap. And they will tap in the way that you tap. Because they will follow you. So one will be the leader, the instructor, the other will be the follower. Because you learn when you teach, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so each of you is going to teach EFT. One is going to teach EFT to the other. Now, if you want to have a small discussion, 3 minutes in the beginning, what is your emotion and what is the stimulus? Not too much time, because you don't need too much time. Then you can guide them. Okay, you're going to say this and you're going to do it this way. So you're learning how to tell someone how to do EFT. Okay? And then you're learning it better. Okay, so make your couples, create your group, your couples. It's important that you do it again today if you can. Find someone who is willing. It's very impressive to do it on physical problems because it often gives immediate results for headaches, backaches. I remember my mother, when I first started it, she was having this pain in her arm for many years and had done all kinds of physiotherapy. And I did only 10 minutes with her and the pain disappeared. And as far as I know, at least a week later, it still wasn't there.
So the person has to be concentrated
on their pain, yeah, on the part of their body, which,
So the issue is the pain.
yeah, it's the easiest one because they may not want to share emotional issues.
Okay.
Also, some of you are trained to work with the psychology of people, others of you are not, and we don't want to bring up stuff that we can't deal with. Okay.
What is the wording in case of a physical problem? Let's say that your mother has a backache.
Even though I have this backache.
Even though that I have a backache, I continue to love myself.
Yeah.
I continue to think that I'm healthy.
No, even though I have this pain in my back, I love and accept myself. And on the other side, I choose to be free from this pain in the back. Okay? And you can also work on the emotional stuff that may come up with that. Okay? Now, any questions that came up? You had a question earlier?
About the process. We do 3 times this.
Yes, 3 times the changing of the energy.
And then we rest for a while.
Excuse me, I can't focus while you are talking. You can talk as you're translating, but the rest of them.
After 3 times we rest.
Yes.
And then with hum, we hum and we do this.
With the tapping
Right?
and the eye movements, okay?
Before the tapping, I move.
No, the tapping is simultaneous.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, and the eyes down to the right to left, circle with the eyes, humming, counting, and humming.
Humming, counting, humming, and at the same time the eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yes.
Maybe you have explained this, or maybe it's stupid questions, but why do we do these things? So what is the
We are,
explanation?
yeah, we are. I thought that was explained in the video. We are tapping on acupressure points, acupuncture points, and that is causing the blockages in those areas to be removed and causing the energy in the meridians. There are these meridians of energy flow, causing the energy to move. That is changing our energy state, which is changing our emotional state. It's based on acupuncture. Okay. Anything else?
Acupressure.
Acupuncture. With some of the nails that you have, it's acupuncture.
When
Yes.
we start from the left
It doesn't really matter.
part.
I usually start. I start that way, but you can do the opposite.
When you say I love and accept myself, okay, and then do you change side? when
Yeah, you can
make
change size,
free,
and I choose. Yeah,
free from,
It's better.
It's better to
Yeah.
change side. Okay.
there are various versions. Okay, I teach that version. No. Any other questions? Now, is there someone here whose disturbance is not going down? You said that yours is not going down. Okay.
A little better, but it's not.
Okay. Would you like to be a guinea pig?
I'm I'm sorry?
Would you like to come up here and have me work on you? Or you don't want?
Today.
Not today. Okay. Is there someone that wants to come up here? Want to come? Do you have? What is the issue?
Well, I have allergies. I used to have allergies for 2 years. It was very chronic.
Are you experiencing it
And
now?
I recovered it, but now for the last 2-3 weeks, it's coming back and I can.
Okay. Are you experiencing the symptoms now?
Yeah.
Okay. Then come. Okay. Now I would have to bring a chair of some kind. You can change chairs. Yeah, bring your chair here. Now I'll show you how you can work on someone else. The position is called two ships passing. That's what we call this position. You're going to turn towards me.
Okay.
Okay, and come closer and closer.
All right.
Okay, good. And I am going to come to her side. And, okay, specifically, we don't need this. Okay. And specifically, so that because I tap with my right hand better, so that she is available to my right hand. Okay? And I ask, to what are you allergic?
Dust.
To dust?
And the
Any
animal fear.
Okay, the animal...
like cats.
Cats?
Cats' hairs.
Okay.
Especially.
Mhm.
And detergents.
And detergents. And what are you
any kind of
and what are the symptoms you're feeling now?
itching. It's just like this.
Okay, you see something happening on the skin, a rash. Okay.
It's
Anything
a
else?
Major thing.
Nose?
No. Well, when it was worse, when I was
Yeah.
like talking
But you
about
don't
2
have
years
anything-
ago, no, not at the
No,
moment.
it's just a skin thing. now.
Yeah, it
Okay.
starts with the skin, it goes to
Okay.
there.
Well, I will show you. It will be difficult to measure the difference because we don't, it's not too visible on the skin. But you can tell us tomorrow
Yeah.
if there's any change, okay? So, I would first ask the person if it's okay with them if I touch them. In Turkey, that may not be too much of a problem. In America, you could get sued if you touch them. for sexual harassment and this kind of thing. Really, it's unbelievable. So you ask always, do you mind if I touch you and if I tap on certain points? You giving me permission?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay. And then I tell the person, you're going to repeat whatever I say. Okay, now this is an unusual situation because we don't have a good measure. In what condition is your skin now? Is it a...
It's a little bit
It's
red.
a 5, it's a 10, it's a
like
3,
7.
a 7. This is a 7.
It's just burning inside.
It's burning. So you're also feeling a burning.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be easier to measure. The
I
burning.
feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
So you feel like some heat inside
Heat
or
inside,
itching?
and it's something like biting me inside.
Biting
It's
inside.
like little ants.
Okay. Little ants. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what we're going to do is...
I should tell you that when we have first practiced, I had the same thing on my right arm. It's
Yes.
totally gone now.
Okay.
But the left did not move.
That's interesting. Okay. So the burning is gone from the right arm.
Yeah, it's not itching, it's not burning.
Okay,
And
that's
they were
important.
saying-
Okay, that's very important. Okay, so close your eyes now, and we're going to measure the burning actually, because that's the more easy to calculate. So focus on that burning and tell me from 0 to 10 how strong the burning is.
7.
7. Okay, now I'm going to work on her, but simultaneously we're going to do what is called borrowed benefits. Now what is that? You're each going to choose your own issue, okay? And this is what you can do in groups, and you're going to focus on your own issue in the beginning. And then when I start work, what your name is?
Aliv.
Aliv. Aliv.
Yes.
When I start working on Aliv, you're going to say whatever I tell her to say. You're going to imagine that you are her. It's called
The same symptom?
the same sentence.
No symptom.
Symptoms, no, forget the symptoms. You're just going to say the sentence. Now, what you're going to do is you're all going to focus on your own problem. You're going to have it in your mind in the beginning, and you're going to have it in your mind at the end when I ask you to evaluate. In the meantime, when I'm tapping, you're going to imagine that you are Alev and that you're going to say the words that we will say. And this is called EFT with borrowed benefits. We will become one energy, okay? Whatever I say, she will say, and you will say, as if you are her. Okay, so you all need to close your eyes now and choose your issue. Okay, so let's all close our eyes, and everyone chooses their issue. Whatever issue that may be. It could be different than the one that you worked on earlier today. It could be the same if it hasn't gone down. And as you focus on it, just evaluate how strong it is. How strong it is. From 0 to 10. Okay, and open your eyes. And you might want to write that number down, just so that you remember it. Okay. So it's still a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we remove this here?
Yes.
And perhaps the name tag too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you feel that it's dust or animal hair. This is what your main thing is. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to, whatever I do to Alev, you will do with yourselves. Okay? Even though I have this sensitivity, to dust, and to animal hairs, I love and accept myself. Even though I have this sensitivity, to dust, and animal hairs, I love and accept myself. Even though my body feels danger from these animal hairs, you're saying the same thing. I love and accept myself. Even though I'm misinterpreting this dust, I love and accept myself. Okay. I choose to be free from this sensitivity, from this misinterpretation, from this subconscious fear of the dust and of the animal hairs. I choose to be totally free from all of these symptoms, and especially the burning and the irritation on the skin, because I'm totally safe. I have a wonderful immune system, and I'm totally safe and totally healthy, even when there is dust and animal hairs. And I just love dust. And I just love animal hairs. Especially cats and dogs. Okay, now we do the tapping now. Okay, now I'll do it for you. This sensitivity. Okay? This sensitivity. To dust and to animal hairs. This sensitivity to dust and animal hairs. This sensitivity, this fear, this misinterpretation concerning the dust and the animal hairs. This sensitivity. And now when we're working on someone else, because their fingers are not being energized by hitting on the head, we have to tap on their fingers. So you can do that now. The thumb here, okay? And then the index finger on the side, like this. Okay, one by one, you tap on these fingers. Okay, this is energizing the points on the fingers. Okay? Well, we did the head, but when we do it on ourselves, we're doing both at the same time. Okay? You understand? When you did it on yourself, your fingers were becoming energized by hitting on your head. In this case, I tapped on her head. She didn't tap on her head. So the fingers have not been activated. Okay. Okay, I choose to be free. I have a wonderful immune system. I'm totally safe. I forgive dust. I forgive all the dust. all the dust of the past,
all the dust of the
and all the dust of the present,
all the dust of
and
the
all the
present,
dust of the future.
and all the dust of the future.
And I forgive all the animal hairs,
And I forgive all the animal hairs,
and all of the animals.
and all of the animals.
I am totally safe
I am totally safe
with dust
with dust.
and with animal hairs. See, what are we doing now? We're implanting the choices, okay? We're using, so with EFT, with this borrowed benefits, we work on the problem and then on the truth. The problem and the truth. We intertwine them, okay? I am a divine being.
I am a divine being.
I have perfect health.
I have perfect health.
I have a perfect immune system.
I have a perfect immune system.
And I have the right to perfect health.
And I have a right to perfect health.
I let go of all experiences of the past
And I let go of all the experience of the past
that have confused my body
that confused my body
and makes my body fear the dust
and makes my body fear the dust
and the animal hairs.
and the animal hairs.
I let go of all past experiences
I let go of all the past experiences
concerning dust
concerning dust
and animal hairs.
and animal
Now, I'm going to do a different method now, which is called BSFF. You just follow it, and it can be used for allergies. BSFF, it's called. You will do it, yes. In relationship to the dust
in relationship to the dust
and the animal hairs,
and the animal hairs.
I let go of all pain
I let go of all pain
and all memory of pain
and all memory of
in the subconscious
in the subconscious
from this life
from this life
and every other life.
and the other life.
Now on the cheeks. In relationship to this sensitivity,
In relationship to this sensitivity,
I let go of all fear
I let go of all fear
and all causes of fear
and all causes of fear
in the subconscious
in the subconscious
from this life
from this life
and every other life.
and the other lives.
Now on this index finger. In relationship to this sensitivity,
In relationship to this sensitivity,
I let go of all guilt
I let go of all
and
guilt,
all shame
all shame
and all causes of guilt
and all causes of
and
guilt
shame
and shame
in the subconscious
in the subconscious
from this life
from this life
and every other life.
and every other life.
Now the small finger. In relationship to this sensitivity,
In relationship to this sensitivity,
I let go of all anger
I let go of all anger
and all roots of anger
and all roots of anger
in the subconscious
in the subconscious
in this life
in this life
and every other life.
and every other life.
Okay, now on the eyebrows again. In relationship to this sensitivity,
In relationship to this sensitivity,
I let go of all trauma
I let go of all trauma
and all causes of trauma,
and all causes of trauma
all memory of trauma
and all memory of trauma
in the subconscious
in the subconscious
from this life
from this life
and every other life.
and every other life.
Now we're at the index finger again. I forgive myself
I forgive myself
for every participation in this problem.
for every participation in this problem.
I have always done the best I can,
I have always done the best I can,
and I'm doing the best I can.
and I'm doing the best I can.
Now the small finger again. I forgive the dust
I forgive the dust
and the animal hairs
and the animal hair
for their participation
for their participation
in this problem.
in this problem.
They're doing the best they can.
They are doing the best they can.
Okay. Okay, now just look down to the right and down to the left and make a circle with your eyes and a circle in the other direction, humming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You sound like bumblebees. Okay, now close your eyes and focus on your body and on your arm and see how much the burning is. And you all focus on your own problem. Now close your own eyes and focus on your problem, your issue that you chose earlier. Focus on your issue and see, you didn't tap on your issue, you tapped on her issue. But focus on yours now. And where is that? Okay, see where that is. Okay, now you can all open your eyes. Now, where are you on yours?
It's 2 or 3.
And it was 7? Okay, so it's 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
And probably by the time you get home, it will probably have disappeared. Okay?
Because I felt all the process.
Yeah.
It was moving.
Yeah. It's a matter of forgiving the dust and feeling comfortable with it. And maybe you will discover at some point the memory that may have caused the subconscious to see it as a threat. Did you hear did anyone in your family have this? No.
I didn't have it until I was 42.
Okay. Okay. So we will see. Okay, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
Okay,
much.
okay. Now, how did you go with that? What did you find? You didn't work on your own problem.